Elijah 17. With the death of Ahab, the reign of this weak yet stubborn man came to an end. His wife Jezebel saw the death of her son Ahaziah after a short time on the throne. As prophesied by Elijah, his brother, who became king, was slaughtered along with the rest of the family by Jehu. But before these assassinations, Ahaziah ruled for 2 years. He'd been brought up waiting for his time to come. He had become used to authority and status, but his world literally crashed when he fell and seriously injured himself. Finally, Ahaziah was not in control. He was bedridden and probably in pain. His physicians were no doubt too fearful to tell him the likely outcome. So he sent to the god of Ekron, who was known as a god of prophecy. This was against the law recorded by Moses. In Deuteronomy 18:10-15, consultation with sorcerers, wizards, necromancers, the use of charms and divination were outlawed. There are other examples of resorting to the occult in the Bible. Pharaoh was able to reproduce some of the miracles manifested by Moses. Haman, in the book of Esther 3:7, had lots cast to determine the lucky day to attack the Jews. In 1 Samuel 2:8, Saul visited a medium to help him contact Samuel from the grave. Amos 5:26 told the Israelites they should seek after him who made the stars rather than any planet or star god. Isaiah 47:9-15 addressed Babylon. He warned them that despite their many charms, astrologers, and monthly prognosticators, judgment will fall. Ezekiel was told to speak against the false prophets who made up words from God and used lying divination. Daniel 2:2 was surrounded by other advisers to the king who used magic and enchantments. In Acts 13:6-11 and 16:16, Saul encountered spiritual opposition from a female diviner and wizard. The book of Revelation peers into the future with a picture of horses that destroy those who pay homage to demons and practice magic. In Revelation 18, wealthy businessmen are judged for their use of magic spells and poisonous charms. Chapters 21 and 22 warn those who have practiced magic and sorcery that their end is the second death. So when Ahaziah sent his servants to ask if he would recover from the fall, he was willfully reaching out to everything God opposed. In his anger, he sent Elijah to ask the question, is it because there is no God in Israel? In the 21st century, people still do the same, but they regard the occult or astrology as anything from harmless fun, a story on the movie screen, an alternative religion, a resource which is not understood but appears to have some power, or realize it is a dangerous trap. From the man or woman on the street, to presidents and their wives, to members of a royal family, there is evidence that astrologers and diviners are consulted. But God has not changed his mind. He warned about the snare of these practices and his judgment upon those who became involved. In Matthew 16, Peter tapped into the source of wisdom. Jesus told him, "Flesh and blood has not revealed this to you." At that point, Peter did not make up the claim that Jesus was the Messiah. No human person whispered it in his ear. Jesus told him that his heavenly Father had revealed it to him. The world wonders if there is life outside our known universe. They wonder if there is life on Mars. The answer to their question in part is that there are powers outside mankind. Like Peter, we can communicate with one of these powers, but God is not a fortune teller. There are times when he will reveal the future, but these are still often clouded like a dim reflection. At the same time, Jesus warned the disciples that there are things that God has fixed which are to remain a mystery. Acts 1:7. He told his disciples that there was a power coming which would help them, that this would be a person, the Holy Guest. We have a choice. When, like Ahaziah, we feel our world is spinning out of control, who or what will we resort to?